Alright, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to some Control. So, as promised, I will be reading the thing. The screenplay that is. I also did some more, symbology and symbolism research on some theories that I'll probably chat about after the screenplay, because who knows? Well, actually, maybe before the screenplay, because I was looking into the idea of the convergence and here, I'll wait just in case the Night Springs thing somehow also alludes to this convergence theory, because I was thinking like maybe the two triangles which are symbolic of heaven and earth, anyways, or moves of these two realms or of creation. There is symbolism in of squares, meaning heaven on earth, which could be a Ragnarok situation. So that could have been true, or that has some weight to it, I guess. There is some other things that I was saying that of like order, logic, the board, that kind of stuff that kind of fits into it, like feminine forms and stuff like that. But I think the convergence of them forming a square of the two heavens on earth and meaning heaven on earth is more likely to be related to what this is than some of the other things. And then there was like also stuff of like divine triads in the Norse sense. Because I was like, what is also the rules of three? And they talk about how it's also like related to Yggdrasil and the fucking nine realms and nine whatever. I think the most important thing I grabbed from that was Fenrir, Jormungand, and I guess Hel. I don't know if a Hell reference. I don't know enough about Hell and barely anything about Jormungand other than it's the World Serpent or Jormungandr, and Fenrir might have been a thing in Max Payne. So it could be a reference to say Jormungand, because I think the whole thing with the Jormungandr is it's a infinite world serpent or something, and it's associated with the infinite something or other, vaguely or whatever. So that's maybe what the two circles with the dot are supposed to represent, which could be that. I don't know if it's a part of Ragnarok itself, but anywho, let's get into these Night Springs. It's probably not tied to any of that, but just in case these Night Springs screenplays happen to have any of that symbology or whatever symbol, if it had any of that symbolism, then I could at least say, see, I'm on the right track. Okay, so anyways, Night Springs screenplay page 1. Note, the screenplay was found after the Bureau acquired the Night Springs television series and all its past episode scripts. It appears to be written by Alan Wake as a part of an application to become one of the show's writers. Oh, interesting. So wait, I do remember reading that before where I wasn't 100% sure. So they didn't always own Night Springs, they acquired it. And I assume I guess even this was written before they acquired it. So there's paranatural things going on before they turned it into its own paranatural things. Okay, so anyways, Night Springs special script episode Over the Threshold Darkly by Alan Wake. Host VO, it is only human nature to wish to control the forces around us, and even more so to possess them. What happens when those forces are not ours to claim, or even of this world? What if they are the things that you can discover in Night Springs? Night Fringe. In the secret lab night, we are in a we are in a secret lab. The large sign on the wall reads, "The Federal Bureau of Night Springs. Scientist. I've told you several times, Director, it isn't ready. It's ready when I say it's ready, Doctor. But it's beyond the portal. But the being beyond the portal, we have no control over it." The robust director shoves the nerd-like scientist aside and heads for the portal control panel. He slams the on button with a determined fist. All the more reason. This entire screen is filled with dangerous red. Oh wait, this entire screen is filled with a dangerous red, then fades away, and we see the two men in another dimension. The air ripples around them, and as if they were a 1983 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am sitting in the Texas sun after a 5-day road trip. Unknown Dimension Knight, scientist. What have you done? You've doomed us. Control yourself, Doctor. Where's this beast of yours? Right there, sir. A horrible shapeless entity. Shapeless shifting entity fills the horizon. Can't be described. That's how horrible it is. What a thing of beauty you've been keeping from me. The director steps closer to the horrible entity. He reaches out a steady hand. You're mine now, creature. I will return you to my facility and control your power. Sir, we don't know. The entity instead rushes towards and engulfs the director. He screams in pain as the scientist looks on and does nothing, like the coward that he is. Entity subtitles. I am not the one being examined. I am the one locked inside a prison. Gradually, the director emerges from the entity. His once sparkling eyes are now empty and dull. The scientist rushes to him. Sir, we have to escape. We cannot. They are in control now. I got what I wanted. So he predicted and wrote in... Wait. Alan wrote the hiss? That can't be true? Actually, it could. There's one document that might be able to help me figure it out. About when they acquired the Night Springs TV show. If it has a date on it, that would be helpful. Television proposal? Damn it. Alright, anything about America Overnight? No date. Fuck. Damn it. Damn it. They know too much. They know what to hide. Alan may have written the hiss into existence as a way to help him escape because he has to write dark entities. I don't know how much I buy totally into that because I'm like, I don't think the hiss are directly tied to the triangle, like the heaven or mortal world. I think they are just a dimensional. They're like at best, I think they are like a godlike representation or something, some mythical representation of some calamity at the worst, something like that. But yeah, I don't think, I just wonder if Alan truly wrote them into existence, though. Like, if he is the accidental cause, like, whatever the darkness really does. If anything, maybe I should have been looking up, like, mythology and sounds. If there's a significant thing in, oh, shit. No, I think it's more of an analogy for those other realms. Let me hit the button to bring the elevator back down. Alright, time to shum. I think, if I remember correctly, I think this is just like another horde mode. Better than Jukebox, probably, in my opinion, but... Oh, there's 2 modes. Okay, hold on. Show. Yeah, this might be still more enjoyable than the jukebox. Goal of Conda is stay alive, survive against a horde of hiss. Seems simple enough. Where's this guy? Hey. Yeah, there's something invisible. We see this way. Oh, there it is. Oh. Yes. Perfect. Oh, come on. Oh, I still have 3. I need that. I don't know if that's a friendly one or a bad one. I'm just gonna get rid of it. Oh, it's one of those rock guys? Okay. Yep. Oh, damn, how did... Oh, because I have that upgrade. It's like, damn, it charged fast, actually. I was gonna steal them, but before I could do it, too late. Oh shit, wait, I did not realize how fast this got. Yeah, if I like hold down for a second, it's already like we're already there. Fuck. Oh, we got him, we're good. Dude, this is long. Big boys. Here we go. Or if apparently I just let go of square a couple times, they just like instant die. fine addition. Yeah, but oh shit, dude, you messed him up. Damn, deleted. Oh man, this instant charge is insane, actually. Now you're joining the team. Oh, you might die, you might die. Oh, that was close. Okay. Like, this guy's gonna ruin it. Oh my god, the thing almost killed me. The second one. Oh! Uh-oh. Laser beams. Did I kill the guy with the sniper? What happened? So where'd the other guy go? He just fucked off. Oh, there you are. Join the team. Good. Dude, that is crazy how... No! How instant it is. That's is that the friendly one? I mean, that infinitely useful for this. Well, they got a second one. We'll have to take care of this. Now I'll have double the deals. I got rid of both of the orbs. Oh, there's an orb somewhere. That's a friendly. There might be a guy in here, though. want you. Get on the team. Oh, there's another one. That was actually a little close. Would have been kind of sad had I done that. Dude, I didn't realize how involved this was. Holy shit. Shoving it up over here. I guess while we're doing this, I was listening to their Take Control song with the actual lyrics, and there's so much more going on in those lyrics. About Jesse, and the board, and Polaris. Because normally, especially because they chop up the song to fit the gameplay more, so you don't really get to pay attention to the lyrics, and you're kind of too enthralled in the moment. But we'll listen to it at the end, and then I'll probably do what I did with the Dark Disquiet as well and layer it over. Because I found it looked good, or at least how I got it. I was pretty satisfied with it. Oh yeah. Well, first of all, I think it would be a good idea to sync it up with the stray maze, but it would be so hard to, not to mention, I don't think you get the full thing. Oh, you're joining. Man, you enjoyed this way more than the jukebox for sure. I don't know. I just don't know why it's so long. Oh my god, you just killed. Where's the chairman? Shit. This is gonna be like the last wave. Ooh, okay. Well, I wanted to steal it, but that'll do. Who's shooting at me over here? Okay. Yeah! We shummed! Oh, all sorts of stuff.
These days.
Alright, let's try Deadlock. Crowd control. Okay, we won't do the challenge. Eliminate 50 enemies without the timer run out. Oh, okay, this is like New York Minute type of shit. No, I haven't gotten to play that yet. Okay, we should be able to do this, especially now that I know about my fuse abilities. of time. Yeah, now that we're getting dudes, we're gonna. Here we go. The more of those guys I get, the more it helps. Shit. Or like it helps me get kills faster. Still already have 3. Okay, now it's back to 3. Shit. It'll be worth it, it'll be worth it. Got him. Oh, perfect. Second one. Oh, we're close. Join the team. That one's kind of cool. Yeah. Jump to Electric Boogaloo. But the other one felt so much. I mean, it was so much longer, but it was just like crazy how much longer it was. Okay, still bad. Still bad. This. Oh, for the arcade cabinet supplement. Both were purchased from a closing arcade in Something, Michigan as part of a program to improve employee well-being through recreation. The program was canceled before any game machines were dispersed throughout the oldest house, but not before these altered items were discovered. Teams in the research sector have voiced considerable interest in the items due to the fact they only exhibit an altered effect when physically paired together in a codependent relationship previously unseen in altered items. See research specialist Pope's paper titled Parasensitivity of Sequels for more information. However, after proving the item's altered status, the investigation staff insisted on keeping them, claiming they were important for sector morale. To date, numerous petitions have been filed by research sector personnel to move the items there for more extensive analysis. Uh-huh. Whoa, that's crazy, dude. The acquisition date. That's cool. That means something to me. Alright, I think this is the last thing now. We're on the main final. Yeah, it's happening again. Hartman, dealing with Hartman. So I actually don't remember. It's been I feel like I was gonna say it's been a while since I've played Alan Wake, but it's only been a couple months. He turns into a shadow, I guess after Alan Wake, right? Because it said he dove into the lake. I don't remember if I saw Hartman as a shadow in the first game.
I've written, rewritten. The darkness wants to hide the past and make me lose my way. I trust what I read on these pages. I wrote them for a reason. Cut through the reality, tear it apart, and rewrite it. They are drawn to the mystery.
I am drawn to the mystery. Alright, what did he really say?
I've written and rewritten. Deconstructed, reconstructed. Experimented with different voices. Changed the style, changed myself. Forgotten the language, relearned the language. Have I been here before? Gone down this path before? The darkness wants to hide the past to make me lose my way. You must know where you've been to know where you're going. I trust what I read on these pages. I wrote them for a reason. My notes to myself. The only way to make progress, recap, then write more. The style then. Lose the fat. Make it clear. Ugly. Functional. Present. Be blunt. Only the brutal truth. Cut through the reality, tear it apart, rewrite it. Be clever, make them do the work. Form the image in their minds. They make it, you just imply. Incept. They're drawn to the mystery, obsessed. You set it up, they put it together. Their interpretation, and there's only one because you give them no choice. And they believe in it. Because it's theirs now.
Is that a meta commentary on his own writing? He's like, I had to just rewrite all these things because all these game things happen, and you know what? I'll just build the theories, redact stuff that is vague but implies towards the thing, so that when you work towards the truth, that feels like you did it. Yeah, look, dude, look, these shadows are too specific, man. I'm telling you, dude. Look at this. This isn't. I feel there's no way that's a normal ass reflection. They did this on purpose. It wouldn't even look like that. What makes it? What is even a triangle? All right. Anyways, it doesn't even change when this goes down. It's just there.
Stuck. Let's go take care of it.
Alright, Hartman, you little bastard, I'm coming for you. Think your little darkness goofs are gonna stop me? Oh, you don't know how much shum I just played, fella. You don't have a chance. Alright, anyway. Actually, shit. Hold on, there might actually still be a piece of darkness around here, and I don't know where the light is. Oh, here it is. Is there? I hear like something's gooping. Who's galooping? You know, maybe it's nothing. Oh, it's I should have taken the light with me. He'll give me another one. Jesse's like, you dumb motherfucker, you didn't bring the light.
I hope the information I provided thus far has been of some small use.
It's been invaluable, Doctor. Really, we have a much clearer picture of this event, thanks to your accounts.
Well, I do consider myself a keen observer.
We did have one question, though. You mentioned in an earlier conversation that your patients displayed, and I'm paraphrasing here, unnatural abilities that you in fact encouraged during their time in your lodge. It'd be very helpful if you could fill us in on the details there.
Of course. Like yourselves, I work to understand and even bend the rules of our earthly paradigm. My patient's well-being was paramount, of course, but I would hardly be a man of science if I did not reach out at the underlying truth. As I stated in my written proposal, I believe working alongside your organization could be greatly beneficial to both parties. Sharing notes, as they say.
Thank you, Doctor. That's all we need to hear. Remy?
Dr. Emil Hartman, you have been found in breach of codes 4, 8, and 74 of the Federal Bureau of Control Criminal Offense System.
What? You can't do this. I am a well-connected man. You're making a dire mistake, my friend.
You will be detained until further notice and all personal property will be confiscated, including the Cauldron Lake Lodge.
That's preposterous. You can't just seize my property. I'm a United States citizen. I have rights. That lodge is my life's work. I'm offering you years of research.
And they're taking it.
You're making a mistake.
They are taking it full force.
You have to listen.
They're like, you do not know enough. You know, well, like, you know enough, but you don't know enough. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but we'll take you to Darling. Okay. Well, time to cross the threshold. Back to the motel.
I've forgotten again. I had a plan. I know it. I've forgotten. He's coming. I've got to get out of here. Dive deep.
Seems normal. Oh, I was like, what?
Whatever is going on with Wake, he clearly needs some help.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying could be the Yorgmonder. Yeah, I like the commentary earlier where it's like, concept of reality. But leave all the clues there for them to piece it together. That almost feels like it's just clever writing at that point. But is that something you can build over one game? Because now I'm thinking like, I think about like Rockstar and Max Payne 3. Can you build that sense of mystery in one game? For you to theory craft into the right answer, I think you need a sequel. You need to almost like plan for a sequel. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, it's just turning out I was gonna play something. Well, it might, I guess, but... It's happening again. This is the mission, by the way.
Going mad. Wake had to escape, right? His escape. Wake needed a hero. A hero needed a crisis. For the part in the story about the government agent needed something special, something to convey an alien force mimicking human intelligence.
Oh my god. Well, part of this can't make sense.
Thank you for...
The story needed many beginnings, many springs, streams that turned into a river, a flood, and then an ocean. This was one. Wake used the materials he had, the connections he had, the people, the places. Wake put them in to make it true. His wife, the psychiatrist, his city. These connections, like magnets, move things. Alice was a conduit. She'd been in the dark place. The thing that had been Hartman sensed her near, sensed Wake through her. Went berserk, broke loose. Wake made sure Alice was already gone by then. Safe. The more springs, the more the story became real. The more people believed. Cause and effect. It was extremely delicate and hard work. It had to go through the path of least resistance where success was most likely. Where there was a connection already. Wake felt the pressure grow in his head. Going mad. Wake had to escape. Right. His escape. He was already out. He wanted to make it true. Wake needed a hero. A hero needed a crisis. For the part in the story about the government agency, Wake needed something special, something to convey an alien force mimicking human intelligence. Something that can't be translated. Translated. Wake channeled Burroughs and Bowie. He cut up sentences and words. Orange peel. You are home. Insane.
He
put
did
them in a
make the hit.
shoebox. He pulled out the words. Wake created a Dadaist poem. He'd try anything once. Or had he tried this before?
Okay, there's probably more I could learn from researching some of those other things. I think he did write the hits, and now I'm starting to realize when they're talking about the altered world events and they go back to Thomas Zane could even be the originator of all of these things because of the influence of the darkness and writing these things into history and creating the altered items in the first place by creating them as like horror conduits through the darkness. So maybe it's just while the Nine Realms still have an effect, the light and the dark is the more important piece. And the hiss and the resonance are, crazily enough, a byproduct that Alan created. Or maybe even Thomas Zane. Whatever reality they're in, or whatever's happening with that. Alright, Dr. Hartman. Bright Falls AWE. Here we go.
Another replica. Like the one they...
Send a ranger
Oh, shit.
out. Director's orders.
We're in this together!
I didn't mean to interrupt that, I'm so sorry. Alice Wake interview. After reaching out to the Bureau, Alice Wake was brought into the oldest house for an interview on something 2017. See file blank for full transcript. The interview conducted by Agents Shaw and Dempsey revealed that Miss Wake had recurring nightly visitations from her missing ex-husband in her New York apartment, address blank. Mr. Wake appears out of nowhere and rushes at her down the corridor. According to her impression, he appears crazy and horrifying, clearly coming at her with a violent intent. Miss Wake believes that he is haunting her, insisting he is not Alan, but a fucking monster in his body. Mr. Scratch. Miss Wake has not been sleeping out of fear of these visits. Her attempts to keep the lights on through the night result in the relevant hallway's light bulb breaking every night. Wait. I've been sleeping out of fear of these visits. Her attempts to keep the lights on through the night result in the relevant hallway's light bulb breaking every night. Okay, possibly indicating involvement of the darkness, probably. Further investigation required. We propose installing monitoring equipment in her apartment. Copies of supply request from L501-4 has been sent to Mr. Kirkland and administration for approval. See, now that as I read the redactions, I'm like, dude, this is Alan making us insane. Because now, as I'm like injecting the words, I think it is like he really, I'm incepting. He got me. What's this? The fuck was that? Something moved. I heard it. Is there a light anywhere? I should have brought the light. Get this fucking box off. I guess we're going in. There's things over there. What does this one want? This belongs somewhere. I guess I'll have to hit the button and grab it.
These are the notes of Dr. Emil
Oh, what?
I am continuing my work alone again since certain parties were too blind to recognize a global opportunity. Despite my generous offers, the conversations came to naught. Some people simply do not value collaboration as I do. Though I believe now that it was for the best. The sort of bold pioneering work that I am undertaking cannot thrive under the shackles of bureaucracy and regulation. I have a history of serious partnerships. There was a time when I had hoped Alan Wake and I could collaborate. Together we could have produced art such that the world has never seen it. It was stubborn, egotistical. Writers usually are. Disappointing nonetheless. Now, like Tom before him, Wake has disappeared in Cauldron Lake. And this is where my work turns hypothetical. Since he was lost to the lake, Thomas Zane has been observed by various townspeople. This indicates to me that the individuals within the lake are not entirely gone. I anticipate a similar return.
Wait, so Thomas Zane is swapped?
His raw talent and determination are undeniable. From this, I have concluded that the lake and the dark place within it are not as removed from this world as I previously thought. Given my acute awareness of what awaits within, my meticulous preparations, and my considerable education, I believe myself much more prepared than either Tom or Wake. I should be able to cross into that dark realm with a chance to return as they have. All that remains is the dive itself. It frightens me, I admit, but such is the burden of the truth seeker. I will take my plunge into the dark tomorrow with only the light of knowledge to guide me. It's time for a breakthrough. Until I return.
Okay. Oh, there he is. Yeah, maybe I'll just... Maybe we're supposed to use this. Shoot it over there. Although this is not looking good, I'm not gonna lie. It seems like that is the answer. You use one to throw at the other. Okay, well now we have all the lights on. I guess up there I saw... yeah, over here there's a button. What does this do? Oh, now we're actually fighting for real, for real. Well, you could. I don't know what that is, but you better stop it. Oh, what's happening? I'm getting drained. Bro, help. Oh, we got this, he says as I heard no bullets while I was getting grabbed by this motherfucker. Phase 2. Oh. That's annoying. I just realized you get like a hexagon or some shit when you use throw. Stop doing that. Are you? I hate you, game. I hate you so much. Because I know that's starting all over, and just because I like one thing hit me and took away all my health somehow, then fucking Tweedledee over there could sneeze on me from across the map and ruin everything. Okay, at least start at the shield phase. No. What the hell? Bro. What the fuck? Fucking sneezed all my health away. Dude, I'm gonna die. Shoot me in the booty. I fuck you! Use it! Oh, I hate it! Stupid darkness. Now I'm dead. Now I'm fucking dead! Oh, you fucking game! Where's the fucking ranger guy?
Director Faden here. Send backup to my location.
Nice to see a director out
Yeah.
in the field.
Shut up. Shut up and help me murder this idiot. Idiots, stupid thing. Oh, get the fuck! Oh. Easy, motherfucker! You kidding me? What the fuck? Okay, that's a friendly guy. Put that shit down! How the fucking shit? Jesus Christ! I'm looking right at the goddamn cube! Let's get this whole ass shield back. Oh, I think he was about to do it again. Thank fucking Christ. Die, you piece of shit.
Hartman won't be a problem anymore, Langston. But investigations need someone to run it. Interested?
I've seen what happens to sector heads, ma'am. No, thank you. Ma'am, I'm getting something on my terminal here, an AWE alert from Bright Falls, Washington. But it might be a glitch. The date's all wrong, a couple of years in the future. And we're in lockdown, there shouldn't be any incoming signals.
Maybe it was active before we went into lockdown? Are there agents on site?
Let me check. Agent Estevez is the field agent in charge of monitoring the site, so she should be there.
That's
to let us know
normal
if the
triangle.
situation has
Well, I
been
guess
through any
it's-
major changes.
Into the Alan Wake door. Because when he, I guess the further evidence for the hiss being created by Wake is also Thomas saying they're doing a collab.
For the alarm. The effect must follow the cause. It's happening again. A return.
Oh, the mirror hallway door. The infinite doorways.
You have been warned.
That could also just be a Mr. Door. The third thing. What's spawning over here? Are you fucking serious? Why did they do that? That's fucked up. Hey, congratulations on beating the DLC. Here's another fucking guy. Like, what? Get out of here, dude. Like, actually, fuck you. Like, I know it's probably to be like, oh yeah, you know, you need this area, so we gotta put enemies in here, but it like triggered because of the cutscene. Like, that's fucked up. Okay, so
This must be where they studied Hartman. Kind of looks like Dylan's cell. I wonder if they treated him as badly.
I wish you had died, random patrolman. Rightfall. I guess this is supposed to be the lodge, but you can't even go in it. Like, they just put him outside of the lodge. In a shitty recreation. Alright, what do we have here? Bright Falls 1967 supplement. Okay, wait, this is huge.
These are the notes. These are the notes of Dr. Emil Hartman. I am continuing my...
Okay, yeah, I just want to make sure. Oh, okay. 1976. 9/17. On the day of the flooding, a rock band, Old Gods of Asgard, was rehearsing in a field outside the Anderson farm. The homestead of the band members, Odin and Tor Anderson, both admitted to being in a heavy state of inebriation at the time, having spent days drinking their home-brewed moonshine while celebrating Deerfest. After the townspeople were evacuated from the flooded field, Sheriff Breaker was asked by Freya Anderson, daughter of Tor Anderson, to check in on her father and uncle. Breaker drove to the Anderson farm and found the band members alive but in need of medical aid. Tor Anderson had been struck by lightning and Odin Anderson had cut out his own right eye, a possible reference to Norse deities Thor and Odin. Oh, finally! They claimed they had fought and valiantly defeated a dark army of the Scratching Hag, rising from Cauldron Lake, later suspected blank at Diver's Isle. While impossible to verify, these events are relevant to the recurring AWE at Bright Falls and Cauldron Lake Lodge. Odin and Tor Anderson have been listed as persons of interest, and Freya, apparently. Oh, and then we got another one here. Wake evidence. A photograph of Alan Wake captured by Alice Wake during an event in her home. Alice Wake, former wife of Alan Wake, see AWE 35 for details, has recently been visited at night by her ex-husband or entity resembling him, see file blank for more. Being a professional photographer, Miss Wake positioned cameras with motion sensors around the corridor he appeared in, and managed to capture an image of Mr. Wake on film. Additional information. During an interview with Miss Wake, she mentioned that her favorite camera, a blank model, was lost in 2010. During an AWE 35, no match has been found among the confiscated evidence from AWE 35. It has been filed as a potential altered item, and research staff stationed at Bright Falls are being contacted to check if they have any knowledge of such an item. We got another one. Wake photograph. Is it just a photograph? Oh, Jesus. On 27 years, so that is 7 years after Alan Wake 1, though, right? And in 2017, because 2010 is the Alan Wake incident. Anything else? There was that. What's this? I guess this is where they kept Hartman initially. In this little cube where you can witness a shitty replica of your lodge while being a Shadow Man. Me, actually, what if we... Dude, I swear, I wish I could... They follow way too close. Like, just have him stand in the middle of the room. He doesn't need to follow me. Unless I, like, leave the room. So annoying. Yeah, watch, he's gonna be up here in a second. Blocking me in this thing. Alright, nothing remarkable here. What about the other side? Oh, it almost looked like there's gonna be something. Even put this little alcove here. Sorry for blinding everyone. I mean, maybe this, but I think this is just, yeah. Alright, well, I think that would be everything. I don't know if there's actually like a... another intel achievement, but if there is, and there's more files that I missed, I'll do it in a bonus video after there will be a final bonus lore video. Oh, this is all Brightfall. Yeah, it will be like a final bonus video to go over lore. Final lore. Yeah, this is all of Bright Falls, isn't it, huh? The diner and everything. There's a sundial. Wait a minute. Copy. Oh, I don't know if I remembered that. Okay, we came in here. What about this? What does this do? Just go down? No. Who cares? This is effectively useless. Go away. Go away, guy. Okay, well then we'll end it with, we'll hear the take control. I'll loop layer over and post the actual lyrics. We'll have maybe a quick yap about that. And then we'll probably call it there until you see the bonus video. But this will be this is the end to end. I don't think there's any other missions that I wanted to try to highlight, or I mean, I'm sure there's stuff in the jukebox. I don't know if I'm actually gonna grind those out, if I'm being 100% honest. Actually, wait a minute. Does Emily have anything to say?
What can I help? Hi, Jesse.
I'm gonna guess no, just in case. Yeah.
Well, I've got a bureau to run. See you soon.
Yes, ma'am, Director Faden.
Please, Emily. Not even as a joke.
Alright, so let's listen to Take Control. Officially. that one in particular. So yeah, actually there's a big guitar solo here. I'm sorry, I'm gonna yap over it. There'll be a link in the description if you just want to listen to the song here, but I don't want to, there's a lot to dissect, and this is like a 2 to 3 minute solo for me to kind of dissect half of what we heard, because yeah, there's the far from ordinary fading into existence, the whole thing with the projector, the last couple lines alluding to trying to potentially saving Dylan before this even all happened. There'll be a couple of lines coming up. There's also things that I don't know yet. I noticed there's a couple things where there's like a guitar and stuff, and like at a certain, like the illusory line, and then there's like a bunch of lines I assume delivered in a low tone in reverse. That I don't know what it is yet. I'm sure that's something else. But there's a whole power play with between the hiss and the board. I think implying the board. Does Jesse take the blame for taking the powers of a foreign entity that is potentially nefarious? I think that was another line where it's like something to take the blame. Like this whole reality, especially now that we finished the Alan Wake section, could like a lot of this could just have been written as part of Thomas Zane and Wake. The whole hiss Jesse and all that, because he's like, I need a hero to help me. That's a very also think it's important. It's crazy that they don't show you or they don't give you the eye control part and all the Jesse defining Polaris or whatever, like accepting that type of like those last couple lines of kind of just like the whole stuff with Polaris. But yeah, fascinating. Also, something. Hold on, I'm just gonna use this to pause it because it's very clear on my screen. I think it's clear on your screen as well. But I didn't have enough. I never paid attention enough to try to like manually point it out. But it is very much the back shape of her suit is triangular shape, but you can like physically see the creases of the inverted triangle in this director's suit as both triangles are on there, which is pretty interesting. More potential evidence of a convergence with Jesse. But yeah, no. That is... I'm almost also wondering, like, if Alan did really write all of these and Jesse is potentially the hero that he wrote into the story and all that kind of stuff, I wonder if the altered items and all of the FBC is almost like a divinely counterplay to try to fight against some other force. Like the altered items are just combative tools, or maybe something to hold the darkness or contain it, or maybe the darkness is using that as a war. Who knows? I don't know which force, other than there's... Okay, I guess now's the time to recap. We shouldn't trust the board. The board, I don't think, is actually a godly entity. It's something that's definitely nefarious and seemingly not good because of like the black inverted impurity part of it versus like the other way around. So I think this is probably a bad thing of the board. I think the Foundation is supposed to clue you in further to that, and that the former is an alternate way. I think Dylan got bamboozled with the hiss, and that was to draw maybe Jesse and him into this.
Yeah, I found a file on the old director, Northmore. Didn't list any dated death.
Okay, he said that before.
About that.
So I don't think...
The record staff process a lot of data.
Shit.
Maybe it just slipped through.
Yeah, maybe.
I didn't know that was here with the former. And we have the mold. Yeah, these could all be related. The mold and the former, but there's basically another force. And who knows, like, we don't even know what Thor and Odin
Fuck, whose side is the house on?
relate to. We still know the darkness is still the threat. Hiss was created by Alan, potentially, from what we've seen in Zane, Thomas Zane. Jesse and Dylan could be the same person, and their convergence together could mean the Ragnarok, or the heaven on earth convergence between these two forces. They both seem to know much about.
What are you talking about? I've told you 100 times to stop with your conspiracy horseshit.
Yeah, Jesse is seemingly running the FBC, but is skeptical of the board. Dylan's in a coma, but we know now with Control Resident he will eventually wake up. And who knows what will happen to Jesse. And then Alan, we'll find out what happens with Alan in Alan Wake 2. But he is at the moment stuck in the spiral world, in the land of spirals, spiraling out. And I guess there's potentially the threat of what I'm theorizing is Jorgmunder, who will show up in Resonant, and the World Serpent is doing some shit while Ragnarok is going off. I don't know, I need to look more into that. But yeah, I think we'll call it there. We will evaluate more lore in a bonus video. I'll have to collect it and grind it all offline, but this is the end of all of our main content. If you want the bonus video, I'll probably be posting it after this, hopefully. I imagine I'd have it done by then, by the time this comes out, and it will be released a couple hours alongside of the finale, or after, or whatever, or something like that, maybe 30 minutes after. But yeah, so Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Leave a like and subscribe if you did, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.